Good morning, everybody. Go ahead and settle in, pause your video, put on your music, get the ambiance set the way you like it, and let's settle in for a gentle yoga practice. Friendly reminder, if you know you have any pre-existing conditions, make sure you always talk to your doctor first or use your modifications, the props. If you don't have a strap, use a block, a belt, blocks, anything you can find, a book. And always listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, come to child's pose or just lay down flat. We'll get started today, so go ahead and get ready. We'll find our comfortable position. I like to say position because it's not always sitting down. Sometimes you want to start reclined or standing for a little more movement or grounding through the feet. So take a moment and soften the eyes, listen to what you feel in your body. Let the muscles in the face relax. Let the jaw relax. Maybe find a couple movements in the shoulder, the neck. See if maybe elevating the sit bones allows you to relax a little more if you're seated. Notice the shoulders and maybe reposition the hands so that the arms can be a little more relaxed, at ease for your yoga journey today. Bring awareness to the breath. Notice how it's moving in and out without effort. And then gradually allow each breath to grow. Enhancing awareness of the breath, intensity, balance, and stableness. With this rhythm, notice the sounds around you. Maybe there's music or birds or cars. Anything can be a wanted or unwanted distraction. It's all part of the benefits of yoga. Focusing the mind where you want it to be. So choose where you want to focus your practice, a goal. Maybe you have a personal mantra or prayer, or even an I am statement. Inhale your hands toward a position of gratitude, traditionally in front of the heart. And send yourself gratitude for making time and space for your practice today. We'll start our time together with 3 nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Release the hands down. Gently tuck the chin. Maybe find a little movement or tilt here. Still scanning the feet, the sit bones. Shifting as your body asks for any modifications or adjustments. Breathe. 3. 2. One more nice movement in the neck, the shoulders, whatever that looks like for you. And inhale your head toward a neutral position. Maybe switch the cross of the legs if you're seated. Inhale, pull the shoulders up toward the ears. And exhale them back down. Again, 2 more times. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release down. Last one. And release. Bring the hands near the hips. Inhale, reach the arms upward. Maybe take a full body stretch if you're laying down. And if you're seated, just pull the hands up. Breathe. 3. Relax the shoulders. 2. 1. Exhale, twist to the right. Maybe release that left hand to the right knee or twist if you're reclined. Softening where you can soften. And balancing the breath a little more. Breathe. 3. 2. 1. Inhale back to your center, reaching. Exhaling toward the other side. Inhaling a little more length in the spine. Exhale, relax the hips. Breathe. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale back to center, reach up. Exhale, press the palms together, bring the hands toward your heart. Interlace the fingers and start to roll through the wrist. Find a little movement there. Warming up the hands, the fingers, the wrist. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Open and close the hands. And make our way to child's pose, or maybe thunderbolt pose if you're comfortable in this position. If you're lying on your back, maybe just hug the knees toward the chest. In child's pose, maybe press the hips back using the hands to connect the forehead to a block, the mat, your knuckles. Notice each breath in, inviting a little more release, and each exhale, a little more grounding and presence. Breathe. 3. Maybe massage the forehead on the mat. If you're on your back, maybe massage the back of the head. 2. 1. If you're on your back, slowly press to the side, make your way to seated. And find hands and knees for cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round through the spine. Press up into the shoulders. And go back and forth with the breath. Maybe even sinking a little side to side. Warming up the back, the shoulders, the wrist. Breathe 3. Exhaling arch, inhaling dropping. 2. And 1. Inhale to neutral spine. Either find another child's pose, settling in, or send hips up and back for your first down dog. Spread the fingers wide. And gently pedal into one leg or the other. Maybe gently shake the head yes or no. If you're in child's pose, rub the forehead again onto the mat. Breathe 3. 2. Preparing to move. If you're in child's pose, make your way to down dog. Exhale, walk the feet toward the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Choosing a fold that feels best. Maybe you bend the knees and let the upper body really arch forward. Or work towards straightening the legs and lengthening the spine. Be gentle with each moment, each breath. Maybe find a gentle sway. Three. 2. 1. Inhale, tuck the chin, slowly roll up. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, mountain pose. Ground down through the feet. Lift up through the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders a couple more times. Three. 2. 1. Step or hop the feet about hips distance apart. And bring your hands to the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold with a flat back. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, maybe a little more fold from the hips. Or release the hands to the shins, the big toes. Perhaps you're touching your toes today. You can take the elbows to the sides. Breathe where you are. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Hands to hips. Inhale, rise up. Step the left foot back 1 to 2 feet, warrior 1. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lunge into the front knee, stacking the knee over the ankle. Maybe the hands float overhead if balance allows. They can work to your heart. And it's your practice, so notice where you feel the most balanced. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Pyramid pose, hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently pivot toward the right leg. Just pulling back on the front hip. Try to keep equal weight in both feet. Maybe you're folding toward the shin today, or you can reverse the palms, or even hold behind the back. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, rise up. Walk the feet together. And hands to hips. Right foot back 1 to 2 feet. Warrior 1 on the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently lunge. Notice the breath. Maybe move the hands upward or keep them on the hips. Breathe. 3. 2. 1. Straighten the front leg. Hands to hips. Maybe you reach them behind your back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, start to gently pivot. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, rise up. Step the feet together with control. Mountain pose. Engage the belly button back toward the spine. Gently tuck the pelvis. And press the feet down and away, engaging the inner thighs. Slow, balanced breath for 3. 2. 1. Choose where you'd like to be for tree pose. Maybe hold a wall with your left hand as we start to shift weight into the right foot. Maybe just propping that left ankle on the right, or left foot on the right ankle. Or you can start to bring the foot above or below the knee. Maybe you're working toward a half lotus position. And perhaps you grow your branches today. And check in with that intention you set at the beginning of your time today. And breathe. take 1 or 2 more breaths. Then shift that left leg forward, bend the knee. Maybe pull it up toward the chest. And exhale, release. If you're using the wall, turn to the other side. Start to slowly find your balance in the side of the body. Noticing little differences. And trying to remind ourselves to practice non-judgment, non-attachment, and just breathe. Take 1 or 2 more breaths on this side. Then bend the knee, hug it to the chest. 3, 2, 1. Release it down and turn to the side of your mat. Toes a little in, heels a little out. And then hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, maybe a little more fold. You can release your hands to shins, toes, the ground. Each inhale, invite the spine to lengthen. Each exhale, maybe more pivot at the hips. Be truthful to your hamstrings. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise up. Step or hop the feet together and return to the top of your mat, mountain pose. Ooh, here in southern Louisiana, we got allergies. So if you can't breathe through your nose, just breathe however you can. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step walk, hop back. Plank position. You can drop the knees, drop the forearms, whatever's most comfortable. Breathe 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips back. Child's pose. Maybe walk the fingertips, inch them forward. Exhale, press the fingertips back, sending the hips a little further back. Checking in, being present. 3, 2, 1. Inhale to hands and knees for tiger pose. If you have any wrist challenges, you can work toward the exercises I've been over in other videos where you strengthen the wrist. You can start doing that at the wall. There's another video on that one, and we'll go over all that again later. So if it's better, be on your wrist or your fingertips, or maybe even your forearms for this next couple of balances. Inhale, extend that right leg behind you and pedal into the ground. Options to stay here or engage the belly button. Start to lift the right leg. Maybe lift the left arm and pull in opposite directions. Breathe 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Other side. Left toes into the mat, pedal. Breathe 3, 2, 1. Wrist stacked directly under shoulders for balance. Inhale, lift the other leg. Maybe lift the opposite arm. Pull in opposite directions. Breathe 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Either sit back on the heels for Thunderbolt or Child's Pose. Enjoying our gentle session today and just being good to yourself with whatever each pose brings, each breath, each intention. Breathe 3, 2, and 1. If you're in Child's Pose, make your way to hands and knees. Thunderbolt, you can either hop through to seated if it's in your practice, or sit off to the side and bring the legs in front of you. For Staff Pose, extending the legs straight. Maybe sit on a blanket if that's more comfortable. Seated mountain pose, feeling grounded down while we inhale and lengthen up. Breathe 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Make a connection wherever you can. Shins, ankles, toes, a strap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. If you have any extra adipose weight or it's just more comfortable, you can take the feet wider. Find the release in the back that feels best for your body. Breathe 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Bring both knees into the chest, hands behind you about a foot. Maybe the fingertips are out depending on your shoulder orientation. And then gently sway the hips, knees, side to side. And breathe. 3. 2. 1. Gently find a neutral position with the knees. And come back to seated, hold behind the knees. Exhale, start to lean back. Press the feet into the mat, straight spine. If you feel you want a little more challenge, you can start to lift the legs, maybe one at a time. But keep the integrity of the back, the shoulders, the spine. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale up to neutral position. And we'll start to lower all the way down. So if you know you're going to want certain props, a blanket, a bolster. I know I like my bolster, so I'm going to pull that close. And as you exhale, slowly lower down all the way onto the mat and hug the knees up toward the chest. Either hold behind or in front. Start to maybe circle the knees while you move side to side, noticing the different areas in the glutes, the back. Soften the eyes. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale back to center. Maybe use your strap or belt for happy baby. You can bend the knees, reach for the ankles, behind the knees, the big toes. And legs can be wide or closer together. Rock side to side. Really enjoying each slow movement. Just like a happy baby. Breathe. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale back to center. Reach the legs in the air, reach the arms in the air, point and flex the toes. Maybe roll through the ankles and wrists, or flick the hands, flick the feet, that'll be a trick. And as you exhale, release the feet to the ground, knees lifted. Recline pigeon. If you have full pigeon in your practice, feel free to move toward that safely. Otherwise, cross the right ankle over the left knee for a hip stretch. Inhale. Exhale, gently press on the hip, not on the knee. And you can take this gently deeper by lifting the left foot off the ground. Maybe placing a strap around the left ankle or reaching above or below the left knee. You can add core work if you want a little extra challenge. You can challenge yourself and do gentle yoga. Breathe for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Unwind this side and cross the other ankle over the other knee. This side might feel a little different, but work toward balance on each side. Opening through the left hip. Exhale. Inhale, maybe you started to find a deeper stretch, even a little core work. Breathe, 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Unwind the legs. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock forward and back if that's accessible to you. Side to side. If you have more of a vinyasa practice, feel free to take an extra vinyasa here, rocking forward and back and moving through and meeting again on the back. Breathe, 4. 3. 2. 1. Coming back to neutral on the back. Release the feet to the ground. Knees lifted. Let them fall open to the side. Recline cobbler. Maybe place the hands on the abdomen or even one on the heart. Trying to make a circuit or a connection there. Back to that ease of breath. Notice how the breath is moving smoothly, evenly. For 3. 2. 1. Inhale the arms to a T position. And exhale that left leg over to meet the right. Or gently just twist the lower body. You don't have to stack the knees, just find a twist that feels nice for you. Maybe take the gaze over to the left. Breathe for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale the knees over to the other side. And shifting around, get comfortable. And breathe, 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale back to center. Take any final movements. A full body stretch. And start to scan the feet, the knees, the back. Notice if you might like any props. I know I want my bolster. You can place something under the knees to support the back. If you have an extra arch, this is a really nice position. Maybe support the neck with a blanket flat or working toward flat. Preparing for your resting pose. Rock the shoulder blades underneath you. Let the arms drift away from the body. We'll take a nice deep breath in together and out. Notice where you can soften or shift around to get a little more comfortable in this concentrated, focused rest. And as you are relaxing mindfully, the mind will drift and do its thing, trying to pull your awareness in other directions. Gently bring it back to where you want it to be, enjoying the ease of the moment. Enjoy your rest. We're about halfway through our rest. Remind yourself to enjoy every moment. Slowly start to deepen your breath and add gentle movements in the fingers and toes, ankles, maybe the neck, depending on the time of day you're practicing, maybe moving even slower or enjoying a longer resting pose. As the breath starts to grow and the movements start to grow into the wrist and arms, think back on your practice today, any challenges that popped up for you. Acknowledge them on your inhale. And on your exhale, let them float up, out, and away. Maybe hug the knees toward the chest one last time. Pressing any props out of your way gently. With the eyes still closed or soft, we'll roll to one side and gently press ourselves up to a comfortable seat. And let your hands float to a position of gratitude that feels right. Check back in with that intention, if you set one, or notice that ease of breath. And acknowledge that you have access to it at any time. We'll close our time tonight with a deep breath in and out. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a wonderful yoga journey. Namaste.